everyone, friends and subscribers, Kernel of Wisdom here again. You know what really grinds my gears about all the shaming tactics that are constantly hurled my way as a black female who supports MRA issues? Guess what it is? Because all the accusations of I dislike black women or I dislike women in general or other women in general, they're always said in the context of I'm just making this shit up. I don't know what I'm talking about, or there isn't evidence to back up what I say. Because if you look at all of these media outlets, particularly the blogs that are directed at American women and American black women, but let's just say American women in general, because the reason why a lot of American black women aren't getting married is the same reason why a lot of American white women aren't getting married. But for the sake of argument, this blog that I'm going to be discussing in this upload is marketed towards black women. It's a blog called Madamenoire, or Madamenoire. Is kind of difficult for me to pronounce, but I think the female subscribers that I do have know what I'm talking about. For my male subscribers out there, I want to make the following unmistakably clear. This Madamenoire blog is not a beacon of coonery like World Star Hip Hop or Media Takeout, nor is it a hood rat quarantine such as Lipstick Alley or Sandra Rose. It's none of those things. So nobody can come at me and say that I'm just using some extreme example. I mean, at the very least, the little bit I've seen of this blog, I could tell that its creators, and I could tell this blog was made for black women by black women, but at the very least, its creators have genuinely good intentions. But then again, you know what they say about the road to hell, right? Anyway, I was on this blog because somebody sent me a link from it where it said something about perms are being linked to uterine fibroids and early puberty in black women, and I was probably going to do a video on that, but I actually think this is more important. I might do that perm video next week or in 2 weeks or something when I get my ideas together. But this article that I'm going to cover, titled "How Getting Married Too Young is Bad." What's the name of it? I don't want to mess it up. I want to get it right. The Trouble with Marrying Too Young. Okay, that's what this article is about that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to be talking about this article because it is the smoking gun of everything I've talked about on this channel, or everything most MRAs talk about regarding the narcissism of American women, like just the most sickening ego problem that's getting in the way of gender relationships. It really boggles my mind that somebody wrote this. Now there were, to be fair, there were commentators on the page, female commentators that called out this article for the fertilizer that it is. But what happened to them? Same thing. Shaming tactics were hurled their way, and all types of, ad hominem accusations that don't address the legitimate point that the article is stupid. So now that I've rambled on about that enough, I'm going to go into why this article is stupid. And I also want to say that I'm not endorsing that women marry when they're young or when they're 20, 21, or 22. However, the reason that this article gives are just so heavily steeped in feminine narcissism that is quite embarrassing and pathetic. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start off with page 1. I'm going to have a few links to it. The article is about 7 pages long. I'm going to have a few links to maybe the first 3 or the first 4 pages, because that's where the apex of the epic failure is. But I'm going to also read some comments that I want to draw the most attention to. Okay. Want to know something that terrifies me? The fact that I actually used to think I was in love with some of my past boyfriends. Today, having seen what's out there, and that it gets so much better, it terrifies me to think that I was going to accept feeling the way those exes made me feel, simply because I didn't know that they were men who could make me feel so much better. Alright, and then she goes on talking about how we're always changing and maturing in our 20s and all that, which I guess is a legitimate point. The reason why what I just read disgusts me is that she just makes it seem as though it was all about how, when she saw the other men out there, it was just about how they were capable of making other women feel, not how she felt about the men, or the type of values and personalities that drawn her to her boyfriends. It was all about how they made her feel, which is a vague umbrella term. Some of you who might be ready to defend this horse shit might say that this is about personality and character, when in fact, if you go and read the other pages, which I'm gonna get onto, it's not about that at all. Quite the opposite, in fact. And now, which leads me to page 3. It's loading. Hang on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, here we go. Alright, page 3 of this bullshit-ass article. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go, folks. In your 20s, everybody's got crappy relationships. At least most do. Every woman is annoyed that her boyfriend doesn't call more, or that he doesn't plan more special nights for the two of them, and that he generally doesn't prioritize her more. When you're surrounded by relationships like this, it's hard to see too many flaws in your own relationship. In fact, you might accept those dynamics as normal. But if you get married young, as you get older, you'll hear about your girlfriends dating progressively better men. I'll say it again, just for effect. But if you get married young, as you get older, you'll hear about your girlfriends dating progressively better men. Men who plan trips through Europe for them. Men who don't mind doing housework. Men who prioritize them. Their relationships will move forward, and any flaws in your relationship will become painfully obvious. Okay, this is probably the height of bullshit right here. First of all, this article, I don't even know what to call this female specimen, because she just, oh god. But this broad is implying that the older a woman gets, the more effective she'll be able to engage in hypergamy, because that's what this basically is when you when you have to prioritize trips to Europe. I mean, really? And see, this is why I said back in my Butthurt Baby Mama is Butthurt video towards the end, why I refuse to use the terms good black man or good black woman or good man or good woman. I don't use those terms to describe men that I'm interested in. I don't use that term to describe the man I'm involved with now. I don't use that term to describe myself, because every time people use that term, they're not talking about people of strong character. Sometimes they're not even talking about people who are romantically compatible with them. They're talking about shallow bullshit like what a person looks like, or how much money they earn, or how much that person can indulge their own ego and just validate them. That's what they're talking about when we're talking about better men. So if you get married because you love your husband for who he is and what he does for you in his own unique individual expressions of love, that's not good enough because he won't be able to take you to Europe? Really? And we all know, as women get older, no, they're not able to practice hypergamy like that by by implying that, the older you get, the more you'll have chances to go to Europe with some upper middle class boyfriend. The older you get. That is crap. I'm sorry, I don't know. See, this is why I cannot stand third wave feminism. It just lies to women. It denies nature. Everybody knows that female collagen and female gonads deplete, decay, and melt faster than that of a man's. Okay? Accept it. Ain't nobody trying to take some some pudgy 35-year-old woman, the average one. I'm not talking about somebody who's, who has money, but even then, the average one on a trip to Europe. Just give me a friggin' break. And you could actually get, and as some commentators on this page said, you could actually get married in your 20s and build together and take that trip to Europe. The man prioritizes them. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. And I'm sorry, I don't even like saying that, but this is legitimately pissing me off because I was talking about this earlier a few months ago, and like I said, you could go to these media outlets that are marketed to women and that are written by women and see this crap for what it is. In fact, there was one on Generation X. They were talking about why women should have sex with men that they started dating but they don't like immediately just to get rid of them, but make the good guys wait. Swear to God, that's the real truth. I wish I remembered what it was. I guess maybe one of the Gen Xers who do watch my videos could refresh my memory. But oh gosh, I was so disgusted. But this really irritated me. This is all centered around what the woman can get out of it in regards to just shallow crap that doesn't matter. Now, if they said maybe you shouldn't get married so young because you won't be established enough for the children you have, and you can't give and you might not be able to give your future children, the most fulfilling legacy because you married when you weren't as established as you could have been. Okay, yeah, that's a legitimate argument. Or don't get married if you're immature, regardless of your age, because you could be in your 30s and immature. Or don't get married for stupid reasons, or don't get married for other people. Get married because you want to do it and your man wants to do it. Get married for each other, not to appease other people, and don't do it for ego validation. That would have been a really sound advice, but instead it's this drivel. But it's not just the narcissism, it's also the prioritizing of your girlfriends over your intimate partner, which I also found quite pathetic. Let's see. I think that was on pages 2 and 4. Here we go. Yeah, it was on pages 2 and 4. I'm going to read page 2 first. Okay. Awkward social life. Going out with your married friends is not the same as going out with your single friends. It's just not. Especially when you only have, 2 married friends in your whole group. If you are a part of that till death do us part pair, your friends may not know how to treat you in social settings. They won't know what it is and isn't appropriate to invite you to. They won't know if some things are just too, in quotation marks, single scene for you. People automatically assume you've become a more serious person if you've gotten married, and that is because marriage is a serious thing. If you've made that serious decision, your friends can't help but think that you're not going to want to do all the stupid fun stuff they do. Again, more vague terms that can mean absolutely anything. Personally, my idea of doing stupid fun stuff is looking at the latest Nostalgia Critic videos. Pretty harmless, something I could do with my female friends and my male friends because it's hilarious. Or maybe stupid fun stuff is I don't know, cosplaying or something. But this could just be really stupid fun stuff. I like how this person says that marriage is a serious thing, and yet they're prioritizing doing stupid fun stuff with your friends as a reason for not getting married. Wow. Just wow. Because doing stupid fun stuff with your friends is more important than finding your soulmate. Wow. Really? Okay. Page 4. This one really infuriated me and set me off. I think this was also another reason why I wanted to do this video and hold off the one about perms. Trouble relating. A huge bonding thing for women is talking about their dating life. telling ridiculous stories of one-night stands gone wrong, bitching about lazy boyfriends, crying over heartbreaks. These are the stories you will laugh about to old age with your girlfriends, but if you get married young, you just don't have those stories to share with your friends anymore, and sadly they will probably stop sharing theirs with you because they feel they sound silly to you, to Mrs. Married, and you'll miss out on the bonding. So basically what this broad is telling you is that you should put your airheaded, dumbass, Darwin Award nominee, insecure, self-centered friends above your soulmate. Okay, I've had female friends before, and we didn't talk about one night stands gone wrong. And if I had one or a cousin because I consider my first gen cousins to be like female friends. But if they told me some bullshit like that, I'd probably say, well, why did you do that? Or like, you really shouldn't do that again. I wouldn't bond with her about it because I can't relate to that bullshit. So this is an article. This is like really, I really want you people, all you women who listen to my videos, you think I'm hard on women. I really want you to take the journey with me and to really think logically about this. This article was written by a woman for women, telling you why it's a good idea to get married while you're young, and the reason she's using is so you won't be able to tell stories of one night stands anymore, or crazy, lazy boyfriends. Like they're saying that you just bond with each other about misery. You guys don't like watching the same movies. You guys don't like going to the same events. You guys don't like talking about politics or religion or philosophy. You guys can't bond that way. It always has to be over some self-inflicted bullshit choices in your life. Really? That's how women are supposed to bond with each other? Really? Okay, I know I need to stop saying really so much, but it just boggles my mind. And this also contradicts when I had that video saying that maybe women really aren't, maybe females don't mentally mature faster than males after all. And this stuff that's marketing to us is kind of supporting that fact that we don't mature faster. In fact, we might even mature slower. If this is how you're supposed to bond, you're expected to bond with women. And that if you don't do any of this bullshit anymore, if you're actually happy with your life, if you're actually stable and you know what you're doing, then that means that that there's no bond anymore. There's no more friendship. Really? Okay, I know I said I was going to stop doing that, but forgive me, guys. This isn't scripted. I'm just speaking from the heart here. I might start scripting my videos in the future if I find it necessary, but I just wanted to get on here and vent about this and how much this pissed me the hell off. A huge bonding thing for women is all this crap. Wow. Oh gosh. Let's see if is there any other stupidity in this that I could just like vent about? Sure, there's some more, but I just saw what I just talked about. The worst things. So I'd like for you guys to let me know what you think about this. By now you know what I think about it, and I don't know. I was just like thoroughly irritated. This is profound stupidity and just so devoid. This is such an assault on common sense. And there are some women in their early 20s who are actually buying into this, and that is just sad. Okay, I'm gonna get off of here now, guys. Colonel Wisdom now out. Laters.